Hello world, I'm Missy Girl and welcome back to another video with your girl, Missy Girl. I hope everybody's doing okay and everybody is safe and well and healthy and sane and blessed during this time of pandemic, this time of anxiety, this time of depression, cabin fever, everything. Like, it's a lot. So I just hope that you and your family are doing well. It's best to stay hydrated, stay take universal precautions, stay in the house as much as you can, and just be safe, you know what I mean? And just pray that God will heal the land, because he will heal the land. You have to humble yourself and pray, and he definitely will heal the land. I pray for your family, I pray for your friends, everybody across the board, whether you're in my city, my state, my country, everywhere. It's a lot. It's a lot of anxiety, but everything's gonna get better really soon. We just have to do what we have to do and pray. So I'm sorry I haven't been active. I've been with school and work and studying for the praxis and trying to pass the praxis so I can get out of college and start working as a teacher. It's just a lot. So literally my mind has been like plus family and church. It's just been so that's why I haven't been active. So I was like, you know what? It's quarantine time. I haven't been on YouTube in a long time. Let me make a video. Yes. So this video is a short story time about the time I got in trouble in 8th grade. So as a child, I never... Oh yeah, wait. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe, comment below what you want to see me do, like and share this video with your friends. And if you ever got in trouble or if this ever happened to you, please comment below. I feel as though this only happened to me. So yeah, back to the story time. So when I was a child, I never really got in trouble that much, and when I did, it was mainly for lying. Like, I lied about my grades a couple times. I lied about like other stuff a couple times. So that's really what got me in trouble. But I never was like a devious child. I never was a bad kid. Like, I went to school, did my work, came home, did my homework, and just, was a child. I never was fresh. I never had a fresh mouth. I never had an attitude. And if I did, I always, like, period, changed it. So yeah, I was never, like, in trouble. Like I said, if I got in trouble, it was always because, like, I lied of, like, not doing an assignment or I lied on a grade. Like, for example, I was failing in my shop class. I don't know how I failed shop, but I was failing shop. And I didn't tell my mom, and she asked me, like, how's your grade? And then the school called my mom and was like, oh, yeah, your daughter's failing shop. And then she asked me again, how's your grade? I was like, oh, yeah, my grade's good. I got, like, a C or B or whatever. And she's like, no, you didn't, Naya. You're failing. Like, stop lying. And then she beat my behind in the bathroom. So, yeah, it's, like, stuff like that I would lie about. And now, well, I do lie, but for a certain reason. But I don't lie about school. That makes sense. Like, I lie for personal reasons because, like, yeah, that's a whole different story for a whole different day. So we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to touch base on that. So, okay, so this one particular time I was in 8th grade. And for those of you who live in my city, Build Academy was my school for 6th to 7th grade. And then 8th grade, they moved Build Academy to School 4, which is the school that my dad works at now. He's a principal, but at the time he was a vice principal at another school. So they moved us to School 4 for the last year for my 8th grade year. So I had some friends from Build Academy, and some of the students, like, merged with us, or some of the friends from Build Academy didn't merge with us, and they just went to a different school, or they were in different classes, because, like, 6th to 7th grade, we had a small group of kids, so we only had, like, 2 classes, but in School 4, we had 6 8th grade classes, so it was a lot. So my friends either was in my class, or they went to a different class, or they went to a different school. So I made new friends, which is fine. I'm very likable, I'm very sociable once you get to know me, right? So it was this friend. Okay, I had like 4 really close friends. I don't want to say their names because I don't know if they, like, want me to say their names. So I'm gonna say apple, lemon, kiwi, strawberry. Yeah, and it's crazy because these fruit, like, the first letter of each fruit represents their first names. Again, I'm not gonna say their names, but yeah. So kiwi and lemon, or did I say lime? I think I said lemon. Kiwi and lemon and I were like this. Like, we were really close. But I also was close friends with apple and strawberry. Like, I don't know. It was, yeah. So I guess you could say all of us were friends, but not really. So anyway, so it's after school program called the NJ Ask Prep. Like now the students take like STAR or whatever standardized test there is, but at the time when we were like when I was growing up and my friends at my age were growing up, it was called New Jersey Ask. It was like a standardized test, and like you had to like, it just showed like where you are as a student, you know, like whether you're average, above average, or below average. And I was always like average, you know, like I wasn't like I'm a scholar, and I was living like I'm Patrick Star. So we stop. But yeah, okay, so it was like this prep for like New Jersey Ask. So there were vending machines in my school, right? So me and Apple never took that time to go to the vending machine because school ended at 3. That school program ended at the school program started at 3:10. It ended around like 4:30, right? So Apple and I, nobody else. It was okay. No, none of my other friends were in the after school program. I don't think. I think it was just me and Apple and a few other classmates that I had that we weren't friends, but we were classmates. You know, like we were just associates type of thing. You know. So Apple and I, we went to the store, and I don't live in that area of where the school is. I live like about 5-7 minutes away, but I don't know anything about that area. Well, I know my grandma lives in that area, but she doesn't live in that area. Like up the hill is like where my grandma lives, but down that hill is where the school is. So like I don't really know that area per se. I know it's kind of bad. That area is kind of bad. But anyway, so Apple and I decided to go to the store every single day, and we always made it just in time for the after school program to start, because it literally took us like 5 minutes. And I don't remember how we got back into the school, because I'm pretty sure the doors were open for like parents picking a child up or whatever. The schools were open, so nobody really asked me like, hey, where'd you guys go? Like, I saw you guys went to the store or whatever. But typically what we would do, we would put our bags in like our book bags, and they were like, oh, where are you coming from? We're like, oh, we just went outside for a little bit, you know, nothing really major, right? So we've been doing this for a good month, maybe even longer, like just every day, go to the store, go to the store, go to the store, go to the store. And we would make it on time for the program to start. There would be a couple of times where like we were like 5 minutes late, and our teacher would be like, where were you guys? You know, like most of the students went down to the vending machine, got the snacks, and came back upstairs. We're like, oh, we were in the bathroom, or oh, we were talking to the guidance counselor, oh, we were talking to this teacher, you know, whatever, right? So it was one particular time we went to the store, and there was a fight outside. So Apple was like, let's go see this fight. And I'm like, no, like we're late, we have to go to that school program. She's like, oh, we'll make it, we have like 4 minutes, let's just see who's fighting, and we'll walk by. We'll walk back to class. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. So we go to see the fight, and the security guard starts breaking it up, and we're like, crap. So now we're trying to make a run for it. Like, we gotta go to that school program. So we trying to make a run for it. Like, you know how the crowd disperses, so we try to be in the crowd. And then I guess we didn't put our bags in our book bags fast enough. So like I'm telling you, we bought the whole snack. We bought chips, we bought juices, candy, literally anything you could think of. We purchased it from the store. So the security guard that actually works there now was like, hey, like, where you coming from? And we're like, the fight? What you mean? She's like, no, like you guys, like, you know, I just saw you guys go from the store. Like, why did you go to the store? Like, are you guys leaving? Are you guys going home? We're like, no, we're going to the school program. She's like, you guys know you're not supposed to leave school grounds. Like, once you're on school grounds, you're not supposed to leave until you go home, or like, you know, unless your parents pick you up early or whatever. And we like, dang it. I was like, dang it, Apple, I knew we shouldn't have went to the fight. We should have just went to class, bro. So then she's like, well, we got our snacks. I'm like, Apple, that ain't the point. So she called my dad, and my dad was like, oh yeah, she did? Oh, with a friend. Apple? Oh, okay. So then after that school program ended or whatever, he comes to the school. He's like, thank you so much. He's like, what happened? I'm like, again, I lied. I'm like, because mind you, I didn't know she called my dad. Like, she was like, okay, go to your class or whatever for the school program. I didn't know she called my dad. I didn't even know she knew my dad, actually. So then my dad's a very notable person, so yeah. But anyway, so he was like, what happened? Like, you know, how was at the school program? I was like, oh, it's good. So then he was like, oh, you went to the store? And I'm like, I guess, I don't know if I had like a bag or like a lollipop. I don't know how he found out, but you know, dads find out everything, moms find out everything too. So then I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, how? He's like, oh, my friend, she went before school started, and you know, yeah. And he was like, and he looked at the security guard, and she was like, and I was like, And he was like, you're lying. Let's go. And I was like, and she was like, bye, Naomi. I was like, you, So I go in the car, you know, you know how you get in trouble and you know you're about to get it. So like you're in the back seat and you try to push over to the side of the door. And he's trying to hit my leg, just smack my leg. He's like, it's fine. I'm gonna get you in the house. I'm like, oh, God, I'm crying. So then he tells my mom, like, you know how dads or mom, like parents tell each other everything. So he calls my mom when it happens, and she didn't get off work yet because I got like I said, the program ended at 4:30. She comes home at like 5. So he's beating my behind. My mom comes home. She's cursing me out. She's beating my behind. I'm like, all right. Again, she takes me to the bathroom. She beats me again. She's like, you want to lie? You want to go to the store without us knowing? Bah, bah, bah. I was like, oh, okay. I'm sorry. And then the day after that, Apple was like, let's go to the store again. I'm like, did you not get in trouble? She was like, not really. I was like, okay, well, I did. I'm not going to the store. You can go and buy me some backers. Buy me backers. She's like, no. If you want something, you go. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll go to the vending machine and get a Pop-Tart or something. Bye. So I hope she watches this, honestly, because I want to know if she remembers this situation that happened. But thanks for watching. That was the end of my story. And honestly, no, because after that I lied again about failing that class. Yeah, I was gonna say after that I never lied again, but that's a lie. So hopefully you enjoyed my story. Happy April Fool's Day. And this story is not April Fool's story, it's an actual story. And I was actually gonna make a story about April Fool's Day where my mom would like make a joke, but she's very strict and she takes things very hardly. So I didn't want her to have any more anxiety than she already has about this whole coronavirus. So no, let's not do that. So I decided to stick with this. So thanks guys for watching, listening. Love you guys. Be true, be you. Stay blessed. Be safe and well. Bye.